I feel like this video is fitting, since the first one was questionable. And I've been playing RotF for a little more since last time, and I've tried to gain as much experience as I could to have a more sophisticated and qualified opinion. Fucking emojis. Other than that, I spoke to some people that actually know what they're talking about, and he will claim his spot in the video right before I start reading comments. Oh, never mind, there's 500 of them. Like damn, I don't even have time to make videos. Use the timestamps on screen to navigate around this video to make it more, well, enjoyable and less painful to watch. Here is your opinion warning. Okay, RotF is really enjoyable. There's one thing we have to get through before going into this video. Remember that RotF can't be compared to RotMG in the same way, because RotMG is the original founder of the game idea and the game design. It's like a remix or a sample that is being used to make another version of the sample. You don't go argue that a remix of a different song is better than the other one. Some of the changes are objectively better, such as server fixing or just more reliable gameplay. But it's difficult to manage because RotMG is a verified and much bigger game than RotF, because they have to take a lot of legal things into consideration also. When a game is in beta, they can make updates much quicker than other games, like Fortnite did to outmatch the competition for PUBG. Whereas when the game is not in beta, they have to get all their updates confirmed and all that through Steam. You can compare the state of RotF to the beta. Since RotF works on their own independent launcher and website, they don't have to get their updates confirmed through Steam or any other greater company. This means that RotMG has to plan their updates better, which takes time, and time takes away from creating. RotF also limits their gameplay. In some dungeons, they only have 3 variations of the layout, and they only have 1 server to handle, and generally has less balls in the air than RotMG. And you could say, but if RotF had the financial support that RotMG has, it would be much better. But you see, the case is that they don't. That's the real kicker. What would happen if they had? But who cares, let's talk about the game design. It's important to say that I don't excuse anything in regards of RotMG. I have huge respect for the developers that made RotF. I just find it really annoying and hard to listen to when people keep judging RotMG for the game it is, because it's not that bad. They made the idea, they made RotMG, they made RotF what it is. We can only thank RotMG for that. Now let's get that shitty ass gameplay off the screen, because Jesus Christ. First off, M-scale. Check that one. Second off, centered playstyle. Dude, I just don't like rotating my screen when it's off center. It's just pure habit and I ain't changing that. And if it makes you want to burn your eyes out, then watch my next PPE. Blindness guaranteed. Also, I don't like the new Sea-Lance thing, where it's only 4 bosses and they can all attack you at once because you're not protected by anything. It's just a pain to get started though. I spoke to Lil Cold about the rune part of the game and the skill tree, where you can build on your skills and gain stats from that, and your runes to create specific skill sets and require boosts in loot but debuffs in other parts of the game. And I had a walkthrough through all of them. I thought it was a really great idea and a nice addition to the game. Like you guys said, probably one of the best parts of RotF. It's a really easy way to up the game. And I really like the epic versions of every monster, where the cube guard can appear much bigger, but drop more loot. I got the chance of seeing and feeling this mega nut. Jesus, it was so satisfying to finally touch the bag. Holy shit. Easiest shendit I've ever gained. I love the quick loading screen, by the way. Nah, no one really wants Mad Labs. The new Lost Halls is really tight. I think it's the old version of the Marble Colossus, but modified. Just not worth the life and mana that you gain. You start to enjoy the easy loot and the very good Nexus key. I love how people has to drag the Sphinx into this corner to kill it. It's just not that easy to get the loot afterwards. I guess I was really unlucky in this special crate. I also forgot to mention the pot dragging feature, where you can store pots when you're maxed on a character. It goes immediately to your vault in some kind of storage where you can sell or drink the pots from storage. Whoever thought of that idea needs a medal. Seems like someone was getting tired of having pots in his inventory all the time. And this you see on screen, the second, is pure server lag. All games can better in this section. Now for the updates and events. How's it going with all the updates? A main point that people use when quitting RotMG is because it gets too repetitive. And I can see what you mean, but too many updates isn't really good for a game. Not in my opinion, at least. When you take a look at, like, Minecraft, you look back to 2013 and see the OG real Minecraft experience with the small updates and very simple gameplay, but still an amazing experience. Whereas when I log on now, onto the Microsoft version, it's just way too much. Personally, I liked Minecraft when the style was simple, before 1.9 to be exact. And I think, like, adding mods and all that, and tech it and all that shit, it was really exciting to explore all these new settings and features and all that, but when the day's over, you prefer the original version. You'll never get those nostalgic times back, but the only game that gives me those nostalgic vibes is the original one, which is RotMG. Or Minecraft, in that case. I don't know about you, but those two games, it's pretty much the same. I mean, is that a square or a circle? Same thing. I was just illustrating a point by talking about Minecraft. We're not going to get into that, but as you can hear, I am biased on that point. I have a lot of feelings connected to this game with special and unique experiences and memories that other players don't have. If I were to filter all those things out, I can see why RotF might be the most appealing one of the games. Because when you get started, it's a little slow in the beginning, and it takes time to learn, whereas RotF is a much quicker and fast-paced version. So I can see why the first-hand experience might be better, loot-wise. And that is why I'll get into Lil Cole's opinion now. He has been playing RotF for a, well, longer time than I have, and he's pretty good by now, as I can see. He also shares the experience I have from RotMG. So let's hear his points of view. A little change of plan. Lil Cole was being a little pussy, so I asked a streamer instead. Yay!
The new one. Opachki. What did they say? I love that shit. Yo, making a video on RotF. It needs a second opinion on the game. On the game.
Yeah!
Bet.
That was legitness. Yeah.
I'll give you my opinion right now. What do you want to know? The game sucks. Nah, it's great. I'm addicted. It's like crack. Alation. What about RotMG? No, okay, honestly, I love both games. Both games are very similar, but they're same but different. This game is completely free to play. In terms of like progression, like Divine Pet in this game is like 82ing your skill tree and having heavy rune. That's not that hard to do free to play at all, and you can buy character slots and fucking vault chests for fame. Like it's good. And then the other thing I love about this game that's different is that there's actually an economy for white bags. There's a marketplace like that everyone's on, and they will sell buy whites on there, and that's what I love a lot, and fame's the currency.
First of all, thank you, Big Meaty Pete, for your opinion, and I have heard a lot of these arguments before, and I can acknowledge them. I agree, because most of the items in RotF isn't bought by money, but fame and progress, and that's one of the better things with RotF. But in RotMG, you have the opportunity to buy stuff, to make it faster. You don't have to buy things to progress. I think the point is that there's some items you can't obtain without buying items for money. And yeah, I do appreciate these small changes that they've made to the UI. For example, you can item switch much faster than in RotMG, which is a little broken, but still. I've already addressed most of the other points that he made. Please bear in mind that this video was not made to disrespect anyone's opinion or try to shit on RotF. It just seems as if the community of RotF is really aggressive in the way of explaining themselves that RotF is, well, better. These people just forget to view RotF compared to RotMG. They only take the bad parts, such as the server lag or anything else that still exists in RotF. No games are perfect, but we're getting pretty darn close. So if you like the fast-paced environment and the white bag economy and all that in RotF, play RotF. If you like the OG experience of RotMG, go for RotMG. And just to say, those beta things I was talking about earlier was no excuse for RotMG to be worse or better than RotF. It was to make a point about the different people that stand behind the games. And I have a challenge for you, my subscribers, before I end this video. Try not to discuss it in the comment section, because I'm tired of it. So with that, shit.